All the clout.
all the clout.
Don't. Yeah.
Alright.
Yo, this guy actually can record.
Oh shit. I mean. Oh snap.
Laptop things.
Is that it? We got some intro tracks. Joints dropped this week.
Alright, let's not like get into everything all at once. Let's just like kind of just like roll into it.
What the fuck? Are you on the podcast or not?
We need the intro track, man.
Is this a podcast? Did we not come to do what we came to do?
Topics.
Alright.
Alright, so who's doing?
Yo, we got Jam B, Insta Jam.
Yo.
Myself V, John David, Boof.
What up?
Boofmatic. We got a special guest in the house. Blacks.
Say what up?
BLAKZ. You know, no government name. Alright. For
Black?
some of our guests, if they request. Fucking with the best. Okay, no, this ain't a freestyle intro. But Millennial Hipsters, episode 11. Instagram, all that YouTube-y shit. Let's get down to business, huh? Just pressure y'all into talking about topics this week.
What's up? What happened?
What's up? Nothing much. Yo, I've been clowning on Instagram, trying to do promos for you guys, trying to keep it like hot.
I saw that one where like Boof was sneezing in the beginning.
that was just candid camera. That was all.
Yeah, we didn't plan that.
All
Sneeze.
natural juices. Pause.
Yeah, all the sneezes are real.
That shit was
All
joke.
sneezes are authentic shit.
Real name, no gimmicks.
Or was this guy in the beginning like, all right, I'm gonna need you to sneeze
Yeah,
three
yeah.
times.
Yeah, man.
Set that up. I'm gonna need you to sneeze 5 times, and then you
Always off the cuff,
off the.
off the fluff.
All right. Let's get into it. Episode 11. Thanks for rocking with us so far. Episode 10. You know we've been promoting that, and we made it, and we're just trying to get our numbers up. That's what we're really trying to do.
We made it. Oh, right. Season 2, right?
This
Season
is what
2,
it is,
episode
right?
1.
I guess
right.
this is technically season 2.
Season
Yeah.
2, episode 1, or episode 11. If you've been like rocking with us from the beginning, shout out to you, Imran. What up?
Yeah. Shout out to our loyal fans.
I mean,
to our
loyal
loyal
fans.
to our little fan.
I think
And Imran.
there's a couple other people who are listening consistently.
That's true.
They just haven't like told us.
Yeah. That's totally
Yeah.
it.
Picking up some momentum.
Yeah.
Where the tracks at?
Yeah, I know, man. There's no
The
no music.
Audio, the tech guy.
Where the keys at? Where the cheese at? There you go. There's a track. I dropped one hot one for you guys.
Okay, all right.
Exclusive Jam B.
I was actually
up in the
listening
studio, you know.
on the way here.
Yo, how are we gonna start this one?
You sent that ASAP Rocky track, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
ASAP Rocky and Moby, man.
Yes.
Last time he was around, he got dissed by Eminem. That's like the last I heard of Moby.
I was listening to Moby Porcelain on the way here,
Oh shit.
which is the song that they sampled. It wasn't even really a sample. They pretty much just ripped the whole thing.
He sampled Moby Porcelain. That was like Moby's like one of his hits
Yeah,
too.
can you
that was
run
like a
that?
huge one. No, we're gonna run a next track before we run Moby
Oh, wait.
Porcelain.
A next.
Alright.
It's so vibey though.
It is a vibey song.
It's
Moby had some
wavy.
hits still.
It's
I think.
wavy. That's what the kids say.
Yeah.
That's how Eminem got the clout by dissing Moby.
We ain't no kids though, so I gotta make up my own shit.
The kids don't know Moby.
But now they know. Now they know Moby.
Fuck Moby.
Maybe they don't. Yeah, now they don't.
by Obi.
The thing is though, yeah, exactly. He gets stumped by Obi.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what pisses me off. So ASAP Rocky, rips a Moby track, and all the kids are like,
Yo, the new.
"Whoa, who this ASAP Rocky's so cool? He found this old school song that like no one knows about."
Not even he found this old school song. They'd be like, "Who's this new dude? Moby is sick."
Who's
That's what
Moby?
they're saying.
Right, they want to
Like,
check Moby.
oh, yo,
right.
Moby's sick. Yeah,
A$AP
he's the
Rocky's
new.
putting him on. Yeah,
So Moby's featured on the track.
he's not. Well,
Yeah, he's
It's-
actually on there. Yeah.
the beat of the song is
Like he doesn't
Moby
spit a hot
Porcelain.
16. Like he's
No.
not like that.
I know, but his name is featured in the track.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it's his
Okay.
featuring
It's
Moby.
like featuring.
Okay. That's fine. I think I'm okay with that. I mean,
Yeah.
they'll see the name.
They'll see the name.
Yo, is this on right
Mhm.
now? Is this?
Yeah. I'm hooking up.
Oh shit! All right.
Or you could look up whatever you
So,
want.
so tequila,
No, I want this to be playing. Like,
Oh, yeah,
this,
yeah,
is, this
yeah.
is a joint.
We're
so
getting into
tequila
it, yeah.
shots have become like a standard now at this podcast.
The gold standard.
We weren't
Gold
always-
tequila
Gold
shots. standard, man.
We usually drink every. Obviously, if you guys don't
I
know
mean,
by
I
now.
figure I'm gonna
No,
have a hangover have on to Friday say that, anyway, so I like- might as well just
No, but we're not-
embrace it.
We're not drinking to the point where we're getting hangovers.
I-
Just get a little.
I don't know about
you
y'all.
are? Oh, you are? Okay.
If you guys don't know by now, we usually try to make a habit to have a drink or two or 3 every podcast we record.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Earlier in the beginning, we didn't really drink consistently though.
I thought that's what
It's just
what brought
gotten
us.
worse over time.
I thought that's
Yeah.
what brought us together. Like, I didn't think anyone.
Wait, I thought so.
I didn't think we were really friends.
Like, no one is gonna come to the
I thought
first.
that's why you came here.
No one is gonna come to the first recording if there ain't no drinks.
Oh,
That's
there's
that
no
was my-
tequila. All right, the podcast is done.
Yeah, you have to reel in man somehow.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Can't be like, yo, we're just gonna
Yikes.
sit here and talk.
Yo, if only we could just send shots to our followers. But yo, shots to y'all.
Shots to y'all.
Shots, drinks for y'all. Toast to you guys.
Cue Lil Jon shots, please. No, fuck, don't do that, please.
No, don't cue shots. No,
Speaking of Lil Jon shots, I lose respect for any DJ who plays that.
no,
song.
that's like because that's like every white boy's go-to song.
Yeah.
That's like the
You got
It's
it.
like the
mainstream.
hey, I don't know anything about music, but he's talking about
Right.
taking shots.
Yikes! There's several songs like that. There's several songs like
And we're
that.
at a party, and at parties we take shots. So I'm gonna get turned up to this song.
Every artist needs a song like that, though. Like Sean Paul has "Give Me the Light."
Yes.
Like you
Okay,
know, like
okay.
he's got that mainstream like.
But that it's true. I mean, you need to appeal to the masses. And
But
then
it's
do
like-
your own shit.
I get it. It's kind of exploitative, but I get it.
It's the same thing. Oh my god, the worst song in those, like if you could categorize those songs, DJ Khaled.
Wait, can we play the song?
Yeah.
What?
Where's it at?
Mode.
Big Chew.
Shout out to the sound.
That's what happens when you fuck with the sound shit, but
This
without the sound.
Touching things.
This is when we go like
Pause.
raw. This is like the rawest episode ever.
Yeah.
This is like the.
Big Snoop D.O. Dub.
in the studio tonight.
Oh shit!
I
No,
was joking.
I mean,
That's the
Yeah,
sound.
Snoop Dogg's here.
if you want to come through, Snoop. All right, so yo, let's take the shot.
Right.
And let's get into it. Let's get into this.
Word.
What up, dude?
Episode 11.
Episode 11. Here we go.
Yeah.
Cheers to our guest who has the Das Boot.
Straight up.
1800 gold. Thank you very much, sponsors. Shout out to our sponsors. 1800
Oh,
gold.
that was a big shot.
Big shot.
Big shot. Big shot.
Big shot.
All right, so let's get into it.
But yeah, man, I'm just gonna talk about. Oh, I think we should cover like one of the hottest shits going on right now. You can't ignore it. It's everywhere in the news. It's all over Facebook. That's right. I said it.
Mark
And Mark.
Zuckerberg.
Fuckerberg.
Somebody was gonna say it.
That's the vibe right now.
So
I'm
like,
feeling this, baby.
so look, okay, has our privacy has been breached or what? Like, what is should I keep my Facebook account up or should I just take it off like Jambi over here?
Yikes.
Not appropriate.
Hey man, I saw this shit coming. I tried to tell you guys.
I saw this shit coming
Deactivate,
too.
man. Deactivate, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I can't save all y'all, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He was on just like a week ago.
Were you? No.
I tagged him in a post.
Like a week ago.
I mean, I'm not gonna delete my account or anything because, like, what are they gonna do with the little information I have up there?
I feel you. Well, let's break it down from the beginning. So how it all happened was a researcher from Cambridge University, who was a Russian-born American, developed an app. It was essentially a quiz, and the quiz was called "This Is Your Digital Life." And I think like around 200,000 or some exorbitant number of people downloaded the quiz, and then the thing is, Facebook had like a flaw in it when the quiz was uploaded to Facebook and was being shared by Facebook. The quiz basically kind of mined all the user data, collected all the user data, people that used it, collected all their data, all their activities on Facebook, all that stuff like that. And then what this researcher did was he sold that data to another a marketing political campaign company called Cambridge Atlanta. And then Cambridge Atlanta actually helped with the election campaign, Donald Trump's election campaign.
Using that
Right,
information.
and then when Facebook caught wind of this, then they demanded that both the owner of the quiz, the guy of the quiz, who sold the quiz to Cambridge Atlanta, all of them delete all the data, all the personal data that they mined.
But it's already
And
been
then,
used.
well, that's the thing. So Facebook can't verify that all the stuff's going to be deleted, and now that's when the Senate jumped in. Because of obviously it caught wind of the public that there was a huge breach because
Right.
somebody had found out Facebook had to go public with it because someone else leaked that information and Mark Zuckerberg wasn't responding. Then Mark Zuckerberg eventually had to address it and be like, okay, we are so sorry this happened, but we are getting to the bottom of it. And then it blew up, and now the U.S. government's involved, and they're just pressing him now.
Right,
basically, they're pressing him to say, okay, how do you know that all the user data has been deleted? Now, like, you have to audit all, because the thing is, the real problem about this is that it's not just that quiz that was able to breach everyone's privacy. It's all the other apps that were operating at that time, right? So now it's like Facebook has to go back and revisit all those third-party developers and say, okay, wait, did you guys take
and
user data too?
The thing is, when you're a third-party developer on Facebook, and people sign up for that quiz or whatever, right? You have to sign up for it.
Right.
There are a whole bunch of legal terms there that say, or no, when you partner up with Facebook as a third party, you're supposed to agree to their terms and policies where this data stays confidential within your company and all that shit. So that company's at fault too, right? Because they breached those terms because they sent the data out.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Yeah. But I think, I'm not sure why they're not pressing the guy who developed the app, the quiz, Cambridge.
But really, it's
Pressa.
You're really just trusting that third party not to leak the information, because legally they're not allowed to.
I think Facebook is vicariously liable because they enabled the quiz to operate on their platform, right? So I think at that point in time, it's just crazy how now
there's a million tech companies that do this. Like if you have an open API, that means other companies can build stuff that integrates with your system, right?
I don't think that, but what the problem is that the quiz didn't obtain all the user consent before selling the information.
No, they did. They did get the consent, but they still sold it, right?
But they couldn't have sold it. They weren't allowed to sell it.
No, you're supposed to keep that within your company.
Also, the problem is that they sold it to Cambridge Analytica.
Yeah.
But then now I'm seeing that Facebook was demanding that Cambridge Analytica delete all of the data.
Well, I guess since they breached the terms, like, I don't know, you're not allowed to have it anymore. I don't know.
I really think it goes down to, because now the Senate is actually making, like, they're placing importance on, hey, like, privacy was breached. The fact that user data was distributed without consent is the issue, right?
No, but third parties are allowed to get that user data. They just can't take it outside of their own company.
I see, okay, and distribute it or solicit it. Yeah, that makes sense. That's crazy. But, I mean, those are the bare facts. That's just the foundation.
But the thing is, like, all these terms and shit don't matter. Like, I work in IT, and I have access to a whole bunch of information, but because I work for that company, I'm allowed to see it, right? But, like, you can't stop everyone from, talking about that information outside of work, even within work.
That's true. I think what the point of contention with the whole thing, though, is that Cambridge Analytica eventually, at the end of it all, the political marketing campaign, they use the data to, what they're saying is that it was like some sort of, they use that data to kind of to manipulate like influence on users in the midst of the campaign, in the midst of the election.
Let's say like for example, maybe there was a quiz about upcoming elects
or something.
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
curious to know
what do you think about Trump? What do you think about Hillary Clinton? Maybe there was,
or like if they know that you click on articles that support like Republicans, then they're gonna push more Republican or like, you know what I mean? If they know that you support Democrats, then they're gonna try to discredit Democrats in your, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
To kind of sway.
The big thing in that is as soon as the third party, or as soon as people sign up for that third party application within Facebook, they give away all their data. It doesn't matter what they're doing in the quiz and all that stuff. You're basically consenting, you guys can take my information so I can access this quiz.
Right.
But they might not even be using the stuff from the quiz. They're just using the information they consented to, which is irrelevant from the quiz.
But also, right, that's a good point. But also, the app too was taking data not only from the users, but from the users' friends, all of the users, like arm's length relationships.
That's in there though. It's like we're going to access the.
I'm not sure if the terms were in there. I'm actually not even sure of the actual terms, but
I imagine they were.
There are some crazy facts about this whole like blow up. I just think it's like crazy just to see the dude on the seat, man. It's like he is the most powerful guy on the internet right now. You know what I'm saying?
Zuckerberg?
Yeah, like, and next to maybe like Google. I don't know. Facebook is really up there. Amazon.
What's the Amazon guy's name?
Jeff Bezos.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, right. It's so crazy. Like, it's just.
What more do you want from me?
I know.
All right, man. All right.
When it really
let's
gets
talk
down
about
to it,
like
yeah.
how this motherfucker looked while he was like.
Okay, well, wait. Hold on, I was
Why
just...
does Mitch look like a fucking ET or like
Were those
damn
okay,
alien?
You sent some pictures where Mark Zuckerberg looked really fucked up. And were those memed and like Photoshop or that's actual pictures?
The one with the back.
I would think they were like superimposed. Really, like they were like tweaked a little bit, but like he looks like that. Like if you see actual pictures of him,
You guys see the video of
his
him
eyes are fucking like lime green. Like this guy looks like a fucking reptilian. I don't know where.
You see the video of him drinking water?
No.
Oh,
That's the most
With, like,
basic
two
thing
hands?
you can do.
No, it's
Yeah,
just...
it's the most basic human thing you can
But
do.
it just looks so robotic. The meme says it's like when Mark Zuckerberg tries water for the first time.
Shit.
He does look a little awkward, weird.
he looks like he's hiding something.
I don't know
I
what
think
to
it'd be
say.
more than like the back end of Facebook. He's probably like hiding his actual fucking identity.
I mean, I don't. He's like, I've always got a bad vibe from him from the beginning. Like, when you just see certain people and you're like, something's not right. Like I always had that vibe from him.
Some
But-
people look at us.
Yeah.
That's how people listen.
No,
to
when
the
people
podcast.
look at me, I know they don't think I'm too fucked up. Probably,
Okay. You got a scale.
Yeah. Probably, this guy's pretty weird, but he's not gonna breach my data.
Oh, okay, all right.
All right. Will you
I
breach
get
your data? That's the new Tinder
Yeah.
bio. Will not breach your data.
Yeah.
May pay for dinner.
I look in software, but I won't breach your data.
Got you. Yo, I heard they had to give him a cushion. They had to give him a couch cushion to sit on
Really?
the seat. Yeah.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he
that's
could
why
reach-
his. Okay.
Why is he short?
That's
or
why
something?
his paws.
His pause was paused. Okay, I get it.
That's crazy. Like, has no one short ever sat on the seat before?
Oh, is this him drinking water?
Oh shit!
looks
That's the
fucking
meme
weird.
of him drinking
Well, he's in
water.
Oh, you
Supreme
see it
Court,
too.
man. Like the pressure is on.
Why is
Crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, anyways.
But like Booth was saying, like, what does this mean on a local level, man? Like, when you see the headlines, how does this really? Will we take
Like,
it back?
okay,
to us?
yeah, let's bring it back. Like after all that little discussion, should I hate Mark Zuckerberg for this, or the company that, I don't know? It seems like guys were just kind of trying to make some deals and cut some checks, and some privacy got breached. Like again, like, should I hate Facebook? Should I get rid of my Facebook?
Are you gonna? Is anyone here gonna get rid of their Facebook?
What's
though?
happening? Moving on. Like,
I mean, you don't already have it. You don't have it.
Oh yeah. I'm not even listening to this conversation because I'm not even part of Facebook anymore.
true.
But when you reach the scale that I actually saw a chart where Facebook has the most, like, if you look at all social media,
Most users.
Facebook has like 2 billion users or something.
I wouldn't
say
say
2
I'd
billion
say so,
users.
That's
That,
true.
and
No,
how
you're
much
right.
people are there in the world? Like 8 billion?
Yeah. Close, yeah.
So a quarter of the world is on Facebook.
I'd say so. Like,
right?
yeah.
So when you reach those kind of scales, inevitably something's gonna go wrong.
It's true, and you know what? On a serious note, because I watched like a clip of his his thing, his like hearing in court. He was saying that, like, I didn't really know that I would blow up this big. I was a 20-year-old kid that came up with this idea and this company in my dorm room in college.
He said that.
Exactly.
Yeah, he
No
basically
way.
said something along the lines of that. And he's like, I didn't really realize that, like, my company would have this type of, like, pull or responsibility in the future. Like, where it
He's-
comes to, like, governments and
He's got a sick
and
lawyer.
stuff like that.
He has a sick lawyer. That's it.
Honestly,
but
he was
that's real.
carrying himself pretty
Yeah,
well.
he was.
Like,
That's real
in
shit.
the,
That's
makes
real
sense,
shit.
yeah.
yeah.
That's real shit. For
He
real.
just looked weird.
Come on,
I was just
man.
like,
Like,
I was
he-
ragging his looks, but he did hold it down. He did hold it down.
I mean, for him to be like, "Oh, I didn't know. I'm just a 20-year-old." Get the fuck out of here, man. I was a 20-year-old kid. Oh, don't pick on me. Get the fuck out of here. Now you just be like, "Well, you didn't know." Like, not that I hate Mark Zuckerberg, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's just listen.
But I mean, I could just see that he's bringing some perspective to, like, how things went down. Like,
sure.
definitely it. What am I trying to say?
Sure, he
Like,
started there.
Yeah, he started there, right? But he does hold responsibility. Like, he can't just be like,
That's
yo,
what
I'm just a little
That's what it is,
wimpy
right.
motherfucker. Like,
But that's who he
government,
is.
don't bully me. Like,
Is that?
Just
he
his
can't be
company
like that
grew
at
so
this
big.
point.
He's still the same guy.
Hold
like,
on, wait. Can we say that though? Can we say that he's the same guy?
No,
Do we
man.
know if
He's
the
got
money-
so
did the money
much
change
power,
him?
yo. Like,
The money did not change him. He's still wearing like jeans and a t-shirt. Like,
that doesn't mean shit though. What do you mean? Nah. Listen, when you get doors. Like, the thing is, we were talking about like how he looks like an alien and all this crazy shit. But I think that the foundation of that is that when you become so rich and powerful, like, who knows what secrets you know. Like,
Yeah.
you become so outer worldly, like, you're like an entity. You're not like the regular populace.
Right.
Man.
He
Like,
doesn't even have to interact with real people on the fucking street
Mhm.
every day. Like, he probably gets assistants to talk to people for him.
Yeah.
So, like, to actually, like,
But I think that-
talk in front of, like, the public eye, it's probably, like, really weird for him. And, like, he just, like, operates very robot-like.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
very
probably why he
very
is socially
corporate.
awkward.
Like,
That's what it is.
he's a corporation himself. He's a public
but
entity.
His
Like,
origins are not corporate.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to be corporate, but
Yeah.
it's with the size of this company and the
Yeah.
success of his company has forced him to be corporate, which is something that he's not.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I feel
Okay, I
like
can
he's
see that.
so far gone at this point because he's like one of the hugest billionaires in the world.
I don't think he's been forced to be corporate at all, man. He's still doing
No,
what
but,
he
like,
wants.
that's the thing.
Like, it's his company.
He's trying to resist it, but when you're at that level, you have to be.
Well, now in front of the Senate, of course, you have to be corporately, socially responsible. That's what it is.
But
right?
he's being like,
and I think
he's in a tough position.
Yeah, in that sense, he's being forced to kind of now he has to save face for his company. So
yeah,
which is
so he has
crazy.
to like pretty much put on like the most corporate fucking act that he can.
okay, I
like,
understand
possible.
that. I get
He has
that.
to be like, let me fix my phone.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which is
This-
why he's acting all
And
alien.
it's like that.
Yeah,
right.
Like,
maybe he just doesn't know how to act.
It's not
That's probably
natural
what it is.
for it.
But he's doing a great job in front of the Senate. That's for sure.
yeah, he didn't break.
Yeah,
He didn't
yeah, no,
crack.
he didn't break,
Like
no.
I saw the
No.
whole thing.
And they got
I saw a clip of it.
they got the news articles now clowning the older members of the House because they're like it
Yo,
looks
they
like they don't-
sound so old.
stupid. Like they
with
sound
their
like they don't know how the
questions.
internet works and shit.
They
right?
probably don't.
And that's what it is. That's another thing too, which is kind of makes this whole thing so
like,
sensationalized in the media, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's just another thing to report on.
And there was this one clip where I saw one of these senators like give this stupid analogy. They're like, "Well, if I had cookies in a bag, and I give you one of the cookies, does that mean like you could have the rest of my cookies in my bag?" Or like something stupid like that.
What? What was this up? Some like
No, this was not.
I
This is
did
like
hear a
part
clip
of
of
the
that,
actual
yeah.
like procedure, the hearing.
one of them asked the question.
Yeah,
like
they're
that. Oh,
like
shit.
they
Yeah,
had some
something
stupid
along the
analogy,
lines
and
of
that's
that.
just to show like how
Fucking-
like
Cookie metaphor.
how like
That's what I'm
old
saying, they're dated.
old
Like you
minded
were
they are.
saying,
They're
right.
how dated they are, right? Because they don't really know how Facebook works or the internet works. So
Right.
like they're trying to like come up with like questions and shit for him. And it was just so hilarious. And he's just like, "Sir, cookies, sir? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?"
He probably used cookies because he's like, oh, I gotta delete my cookies.
Yeah,
on
right,
fucking
right,
Internet
right,
Explorer,
right,
right?
Yeah,
What?
right?
The thing is, though, is like you could tell some of the members of the Senate like just want to talk to him because he's because of his celebrity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just want to ask him stupid
And
questions.
it's,
Like, they just want to ask him stupid questions and
Like-
troll him because like, yo, I'm in a high power position. Like, and now Mark Zuckerberg has to fucking answer to me. Right? When am I gonna get this
Yeah.
opportunity?
Let
you
me
know?
ask him how many fucking cookies
Trying
you
to
want.
get clout.
Right, trying to get all the clout. Trying to get all the clout. But at the same time,
Supreme
though,
Court judge that y'all
Clout
follow me on
chaser.
IG. and
follow me on
I
IG.
know. Supreme Court judge.
I'm the man that pressed Zuckerberg. Holla. Just
Yeah,
follow me
exactly,
one
right?
time.
On the
You
at
could
sub-
slap that on their resume.
But at the same time, there are a lot of people in Senate who like are very admirable to him, and they ask him like really like first of all they give him respects because they're like, yo, like this one general who's on the Senate, he's like, I remember when you visited our soldiers in Fort wherever and da da da. But like then they go on to their question. You can send that there's like a reverence.
Yeah,
There's like
yeah, yeah.
super respect from a lot of the people.
You're
on
like,
the
yo,
Senate.
I'll pay you off to delete my pics on Facebook. Yo, what up, yo? What up, dog?
So we got some mixed opinions. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna delete Facebook. Listen, my life isn't exciting enough for breach all my privacy.
Yeah,
I
you know.
like. I'm trying to get all my shit out there anyway. So if I'm gonna pop,
Bro, I'm not trying to hide anything. I was born with a SIN number, alright?
That's what
like,
it is, right?
We have a
Yeah.
fucking SIN number, like,
So-
tattooed to us. Like,
This if you're really concerned about your privacy on the internet, either you're doing some illegal shit or you're doing some fucked up shit, Or you're just super narcissistic that you think that you are so important that the million and billions of people out there, we're gonna go and look at your information.
It's funny that you say that because I asked you about someone that commented on your Facebook and you got prung. So it's like when we talk about go into my dead privacy, whatever. It's just like, what if someone knew every last thing you searched in the last 24 hours?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
then,
they do. Someone does know that.
That's
His
what I'm
name
saying.
is fucking Google.
Yeah, sure. But I'm saying then what if they gave it to all your friends? And then
Right,
what if
right,
they
right,
what if
right,
they
right.
what if they gave it to your employees? You know what I'm saying? Or your coworkers and shit.
Yes.
Right.
But
I mean, that's a local.
but
That's a
that's
real.
that's why you have to be smart about how you traverse through the internet.
No one's smart. Listen, I'm the least smart about
No
how
one
I
takes
traverse-
precautions
No,
like
when they
searching
go
the internet.
incognito,
Like, nobody.
it's a wrap. Just like,
If you need to hit Google like quickly, you'll be like, "Oh, Google, yo, what the fuck is going on?" Like, you're not like taking any procedures. Like, you know, I mean, it doesn't stop you from not doing that. Like, I'm just saying the majority of the populace does not do that. Like,
we got the horse dick going in, like everything. You just searching everything, be
Yeah,
like.
but see, then that means you're fucked up.
But then okay, wait.
Endorsing it.
Incriminating is a person's search history?
yeah,
Like
Well,
how,
what I was saying was like, how incriminating is it when you show it to everyone you know or some shit?
Right.
And I was looking up like fucking feet shit and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah,
weird.
okay.
Like,
is it enough to socially outcast someone? Like
Yeah, like
Because
if you're
again-
applying for a job and they say,
right?
it's a black
say
mirror
in the
episode.
future they can access all your search history when you apply for a job.
right.
How many mans aren't going to get a job even though they're the most smartest programmer in the world because
But-
he looked up
Yeah.
raping a little girl.
No,
Like,
That's what I'm
is it-
saying. But
like,
I'm saying.
No,
Just-
that's too extreme.
If it's
That
wrong, why aren't you getting arrested for looking
example-
for shit like that on the internet now?
that example is too extreme.
Anyone can go home and look up rape porn right now, and you wouldn't get arrested. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was publicized,
This was
You know what I mean?
publicized history.
or unless
Search.
whatever.
No, but
We're
if
not get
you're
arrested.
no,
but like,
no. If you're into rape porn, then something is wrong with you, and they probably shouldn't hire you.
Okay, fine. What if you
But
were into?
you took
what
that
if you-
example was too extreme. I
Okay,
was
fine.
gonna
That example's too. So what if your prospective employer is an Asian woman and she finds out you were looking up like some
Asian
next level abusive Asian type, only respective to Asian women and shit, like some dark shit. You know what I mean? Like right on the borderline
But
of
if-
legality. You're telling me this wouldn't?
You're crip walking on like the borderline of like
crip walking on the border.
Okay, wait.
legality.
I wonder if all right, no, I keep jumping through topics here. Do you think anybody has been incriminated for their search history?
For their search
Oh,
history?
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hell
would say so.
fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say
all right. Okay.
Hell fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
I would,
legal though?
I would say child predator is the
It's not that
most.
it's legal
Okay,
or not.
yeah.
You have to think about the people that are using your information. That's
Right.
key.
That is
Right.
key. Yeah.
That's the key.
Right.
Like myself, Facebook came out, what, 2007?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Around there.
I signed up. I used it
2006.
for a month or two. I don't use it.
Haven't since then.
I have all you guys as my friends on Facebook.
yeah.
I never use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
You
But,
saw this coming like 10 years ago.
Yeah. I guess so.
Right?
Yeah.
Not that I have anything to hide, but
Yeah.
for me personally, it's just like this is my real people see me.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't really
yeah,
need to broadcast it. To
Yeah,
people.
yeah, it's true.
You know.
Yeah. Like you're logged in right now,
Yeah,
pretty
and
much with
I
us.
back up
yeah.
my own pictures. I have my own, so I don't really need to put it on
Hi, You're
Facebook.
logged in real life.
Welcome to the Matrix, Jam.
Alright, cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Maybe
Real
we
life
should.
login.
Maybe, could we get another log?
No, I think.
Uh,
I'm gonna let
again,
this.
And I get no
I'm gonna let
privacy.
this rock.
If someone is purposely taking your information to use it maliciously
Yeah,
and use it against you again, like
that's scary.
it could be anything.
Yeah.
I like red shirts, blue shirts. It doesn't matter.
That's true. That too. Yeah.
The whole
Right.
point is about this Zuckerberg thing. They use it to sway people's votes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right, so-
Right.
Hey, he likes red shirts. He must like whatever it is.
Yeah,
whatever
right.
it is.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is dangerous.
It's not just your browser history and
right,
what
and
you've
just,
been.
just like
it's
we're saying
what
about
pe-
the browser history and just being
It's the
having
data.
common sense on the
Right.
net.
Right.
Most people don't.
Yeah, I would
It's
say.
the data and what it's
so many
used
people are
for.
vulnerable for that shit.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
But I guess that's kind of why I'm not worried about it because I know what I'm doing on the internet. But for
Right.
all the people
But for all the
who,
people who don't,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
millions and
Yeah.
billions of people.
yeah,
Yep.
Well, I think after this, everyone's gonna be a little
I
Bit
mean,
more
wary
cautious.
of
Trump
what
is
they do.
president, so isn't that clear
Yeah,
enough?
that-
Like, what, like
You'd be
that's
amazed how many.
self-explanatory. Like, you know?
You'd be amazed how many arguments that, no pun
Yeah.
intended, trumps.
You know,
like
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just like
Jesus.
this Trump's president, nothing is new. Like I'm just like I'm desensitized to it all.
And that's
the
the
worst-
information that they took to do that.
The
so.
worst part of
Right.
it is that whole group of people won't even listen to this podcast and be informed about that.
Oh my god, we gotta get the
true
habit of the shitting out of this podcast.
Shouts to the listeners.
Yeah, shouts to listeners. All right, you shitty with us. All right, well, you know what? Shouts to Facebook, man. If you're rocking with it, if you're not rocking with it, you know, I mean, the thing is, it's like, what's gonna come of this? Like, right? Like, when it's all said and done, is Facebook gonna change? We're just gonna have to
People
wait
are
and
still
see,
gonna use it.
right? And I think that's just, I think that's the end point of it all, honestly. What else is popping? Yo, can I just cut into Shaq Fu? Is that
The
weird?
video game?
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
back?
They're bringing it back.
Oh.
Shaq Fu.
There was only one. Yeah, there was only one.
I'm like Sega
Hey.
Genesis.
It was like a cult hit. It was.
It was a cult hit.
For me, it was only one friend out of my 3 friends. Only one friend had that one game back then.
Yeah.
For Super Nintendo. Only one.
Because
So that's how I felt about that game.
they just had to check it out.
Everybody had Street Fighter. Everybody had Mortal
Right.
Kombat. Nobody knew what Shaq Fu was. That's how I felt about that. You know, so
Shaq Fu was
It's one of those.
underrated
it's
still.
an
but-
underrated game for me.
It was like a Double Dragon
Kind of, yeah,
thing.
yeah,
right?
it's something like that. Acclaim.
Side-scrolling,
Acclaim, oh
Acclaim,
yeah.
you know, like,
Same people that
it's
did
a
Mortal
sleeper.
Kombat.
Yeah, you
yeah,
know,
Mortal
like-
Kombat 1.
side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it was actually a
No,
it was,
just like but
it was a one-on-one. It was a
Yeah.
fighting game.
Oh, it was a fighting
just like
game.
Street
back
Fighter
then.
1. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So who did you fight? Who were the characters?
Shaq,
Every
obviously.
character was different. Like I guess they did on region, just like Street Fighter.
Yeah, they were.
The mummy was from Egypt.
Yeah.
You know the whatever. The shaman was from the islands.
So Shaq was the only
Shaq was
human.
Shaq from America.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. He was basically the only human. Yeah.
I thought
You know the ninja was from Japan. The typical stereotypes.
The typical racist
Yeah,
type
typical
shit.
racist shit that was normal for us. Yeah.
But so they really re-releasing Shaq Fu, and now it's gonna be like a beat 'em up, like final fight where you're walking down the
Okay,
street.
like
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Okay,
So they're changing the formula. I mean, this is crazy. They're just bringing back
Yeah.
bare old games.
But that
like,
was a really good game, man. It was.
and we never thought that this whole obsession with retro games would reach far into the depths and pull out Shaq Fu. So yeah, man.
they're trying to get sales from millennials because
Speaking
remind
about
you.
that,
Yo,
yeah,
marketing
I heard
to
that. I guess
millennials.
there's a new Pokemon game. I stopped playing Pokemon for so long ago, but they leaked a new game from I guess on Switch somehow, and I don't know if it's
a
a
new
full
Pokemon
or
game.
a piece of it.
Oh,
So it's not even like
Like the
the
demo
game
or
or whatever.
some
So yeah, yeah. And I guess it showed one character, and
No way.
everyone's going shit over that. But
Wow.
There
who
hasn't been
knows?
a Pokemon game yet for Switch.
No,
Has there?
No,
That's gonna go crazy.
interesting. What's the
'Cause there's
latest
been,
one? Sun and
um,
Moon or
Pokemon Go.
But that wasn't on Switch though. None of them.
no, that's not.
That was on 3DS, I think.
Pokemon Go
Interesting.
counts as a Pokemon game, no?
Yeah, definitely.
No, it's definitely a
Does it?
Pokemon game.
Yeah.
This, and I fucking read this on like Snap or something. This is like a new Pokemon game that I guess they made a Switch version for it or whatever.
Right.
It could be out already. I don't know because I haven't
Say
been playing any
word,
Pokemon.
a new
games, but,
Pokemon game on Switch. Well, yo, you know where you heard it first.
But yeah,
Millennial
If-
Snapchat.
that's it. Yeah.
Sure.
If they bring it out with it.
So yo, look forward to that,
Yeah,
man.
it's like a sneak peek. So I don't know if it's a teaser. I don't know what's going on there. But
Shit.
yeah, speaking about games randomly.
Definitely, man. Like, yo, I was about to sell my Switch, but now I don't know.
True,
I don't know if
true.
Pokemon's
Yeah.
gonna make me keep it. But wait, who else has a Switch? Do you have a Switch? Do you have a Switch?
I don't know.
No,
Okay,
I
so
don't.
me and John.
I was gonna. I mean,
No, yeah, no. Computer.
I wanted, but like
PC.
honestly, to play video games, if I want to play a video game properly now, I need to take vacation days.
what?
This is bullshit.
Yikes!
No, I agree with him,
No, I
man.
feel you.
Some of these intros, like I
Yeah,
mean,
I hate them.
yo, like they'll make you do tutorials and shit, right? But and a lot of games like to have a lot of things in them, and you find yourself there for hours and cutscenes. Some of
Yeah,
them now
sure.
they're making them you can't skip some of them anymore. Which
Yeah,
I
you gotta
mean,
go through one playthrough before you do it. Yeah.
so it's like you got to get yourself ready to watch, like, you know, the beginning sequence to this next movie you're gonna be playing for the next month.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, no,
I mean,
definitely.
I feel like games. I'm on the side of the story. Like, I need a story if I'm getting into a game. That's why I wasn't really a fan of like, the Division. I wasn't a fan of Destiny, the first one, because like there weren't any like story really driving the game. So I'm like, why am I shooting? Why am I here? Who the fuck am I? Am I just a fucking like, you know, polygon fucking soldier
Sprite.
made out of cubes, fucking shooting. Like
You need a
I might
purpose.
as well just be that without any skins on the game. Like you know, so I don't know. For me, like I need some story to get me immersed in the game, make me drive me to play the game. Like why am I playing the game? I need a reason. But I mean,
Division?
other people are cool. Like you know, all it takes is like some multiplayer. Then with their friends, hop on, bust a few guns, and you're good to go. Which I'm not mad at. But
So what if
personally for
the
me-
gameplay is shit and the controls are shit, but the story is
It's
crazy?
lit. Then what? So that's a hard one.
Yeah, that's very hard.
I've never really.
I'm trying to think of a
I mean,
game
that's
that
been.
kind of.
It's
I know,
been
what
a
game is
while.
like that, though? Yeah.
It's been a while since the controls are shit. That's like I don't know. Since like PS1
Okay, cool.
for me.
I'm just saying. Sorry, my logic kind of says if the controls are shit, I don't think I'm going to be playing it
Yeah.
The
long
game at
enough to
all.
find out if it's lit.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So controls
sorry,
is
yeah.
everything to you. I see.
It has to be
I
fluid.
can't play the
It
game.
has to
It's
be.
true.
Yeah,
Can't play
yeah.
the game. Why you fucking with it? Just watch a movie, dog. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
but Division had like the whole outbreak thing. Like everyone was like fighting for resources in the city and shit. Like that was kind of.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't really.
I mean,
I mean,
you
there
can't
was
press
there
X.
was a backstory. Like, okay, here's the reason. But it's like does the story progress in any
I
way?
feel
Like,
you,
where are
yeah.
you
What
going
about a
with the story?
game like Heavy Rain? You know Heavy Rain?
That's like all
I've
story.
heard about that.
Yeah, that's all.
So-
See, when it's two story, and there's not,
Shit,
not
what?
No, but that's
Okay.
there's not much to do. There's not much to
but
do.
that
I'm against
story is actually good.
No, the story is definitely. That's what he's.
That's
yeah,
right.
story. It's all story.
That
though.
one's
That's what
all
he's saying.
story.
It's
Yeah.
too.
He needs a little bit more
Okay.
action.
Oh,
I
They
need more action.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
needs to be a balance
Yeah.
for me. Yeah. Let's be
Yeah.
like. I'll leave it at that.
You are officially a millennial hipster. Guy.
So-
That's what.
Speaking
Hey
of,
man, that's why I'm here.
Give me all the clout. Nah, it's like too much clout. I just didn't want that.
Real millennial.
Real.
speaking of like games and shows, I know we just kind of touched on two topics at the same time just now. Reboot. I don't know if anybody heard about this, but the
I
they
definitely heard
they
about that.
they did they did.
They did, and I heard
And-
it was trash.
I was about to say
Interesting.
it's
Was it the original series again rebooted, or did they?
they tried to, but it's so loosely.
Because this is not
based.
the first time I've heard they tried to reboot it. They actually tried to do an anime rendition of it before.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and that didn't really
I didn't hear about
fly.
that.
Exactly, you didn't hear about it.
This
It didn't fly
one,
either. So
Again, they're trying to appeal to millennials.
they kind
If they
of.
wanted to, though, just bring the reboot back, man.
bring
Bring
it
back
back.
Bob, Dot, Enzo, the dog, Fong. Like, don't do all this crazy, like, the gem in the chest, and now we morph into the
Right.
computer.
Yeah.
Like, nah,
What's
me.
fucking weird? Did you see the
I
trailer?
did. It was weird,
yeah,
man.
But it's weird because I'm not. I don't want to. I'm the guy like I'll fuck with the new shit. I don't need you to bring back the old shit. I want to fuck with the new shit.
Yeah.
You didn't see anything
I'm
about
down
it
for
yet.
new
the thing
games.
is, if you're
Okay,
trying
okay,
to bring back
yeah.
old, you're just gonna ruin it for us.
Yep.
So like, yeah,
Yeah,
you might as well
exactly.
make something.
New
new.
You know
movies
what?
and-
Don't
and,
even call it
old
reboot.
movies.
Leave,
Don't even call it
leave,
reboot.
leave
Yeah,
reboot in
that's
the
true.
grave. Like,
Yeah.
don't even
Yeah.
call it
Yeah.
reboot.
Call
Forget
it something-
the thing.
yeah.
Like, forget bringing it back. Okay,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
work
yeah.
on the new shit, and
Yeah.
let's don't tarnish reboot's name. Dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
And
I-
don't make a bootleg reboot and just call it something else.
Reboot
like,
leg.
reboot leg. Word.
Bootleg. I like it. I
Right,
like
right.
it. Okay.
Christ.
I don't want to give any spoilers then. Like I think we just get a good general feel of that just now.
But yo, if you guys fuck with Reboot still, to all the millennials out there, to all the millennial hipsters out there, you can watch full episodes of Reboot on YouTube. They're just raw up there.
Of the old school
I
ones,
think
right?
like the whole season 1 and like maybe half of the season 2.
Just
But like
raw,
honestly,
uncondomed, you know.
word. Like if you watch more than 2 seasons of Reboot, then you really you got an issue. But
Yeah, I actually recommend that a lot of people just go back and watch that. Series.
Yeah, go back
So
and
good.
watch
There's a
it.
lot of gems you. Back then, when you watched it, you didn't really catch a lot of things. You didn't know what a gigabyte was, a megabyte. They were just words to you.
Yeah.
You go back and listen to it now, and the guy's like, "Oh, I went on the net
so
and I
jealous.
got a virus," and you're like, "Oh shit!"
So
Now we know what it means.
and it all comes together now. It's
Yeah,
like, "Oh
yeah.
yeah, now it's just."
I'm pretty
I'm on
sure
the
there's-
net
I'm pretty
with
sure
viruses
there's little,
all
like
day.
Yeah.
nuances in
Yeah.
the series
Yeah,
that
trust
would
me,
catch
you
now.
know?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny. It's really funny.
sure.
All I do is download viruses now. Shit.
Because it's way more relevant now. We live on the fucking internet.
But I remember like there was it ended one season. It was like a virus that came through, and that was like a big thing in the whole series. And it's like now I thought about it. It's like, yo, the guy logged onto the net,
yeah.
Right.
and that's
Got
what
it.
made the
virus
virus come
was
through.
gonna
And
come
Right.
right,
you,
right,
you,
right,
you hear it now,
right.
you're like, well, duh,
Exactly.
it's the net.
And
Yeah.
that's
Right,
it.
right.
But back then, you didn't catch it like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
basically,
like-
in that episode, Facebook breached his private data.
Yeah. right.
Yeah, yeah.
The Facebook game. Facebook the video game.
Basically, yeah.
But it's cool, like going back to shows like that because you kind of see how they were envisioning the future.
Yeah, definitely.
And they were on
Definitely.
point.
Definitely.
They were on point.
They were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a great.
they
It was
were
a
more or
great
less on
concept.
point, yeah,
Great
for
concept.
sure. I'm a fan of that series, hands down. So I recommend it to anybody for sure.
Shouts to
Uh,
Reboot,
Yeah,
man.
shout out to Reboot, yo.
Quick shout out to Rugrats too, because I watched season 1, episode 1 of Rugrats on YouTube the
When?
other day.
Oh, hey.
Another see,
Maybe like 1
all the
month
little
ago.
innuendos and things
caught-
you catch.
I
It's
caught
true.
so
They just like,
many
oh, was I
things.
watching this when I was 7 or whatever?
I
It's
caught
true.
so many things I didn't realize
Yeah.
were going on when I watched it when I was a kid.
I'm definitely gonna let my kids watch that.
Yeah, such a good
I'm
show.
gonna force them to watch it.
Such
They
a
have
good
no
show.
choice.
Oh yeah, I'm bringing back all the old shit for the kids.
Absolutely.
Fuck this new shit.
I definitely noticed that too. When you bring back like an old classic or you revisit an old show, it's almost like it's not for kids. It's like for your age cohort. The humor,
Yeah, because you
the
watch
vision,
you
imagery.
interpret it in a different way. Because when you're a kid,
Right.
you interpret it as a kid, but when you watch it now, you realize that they also made it for adults too.
and that's only so the adults could be watching it.
Which is
What
why
for children,
shows like
yeah.
that are so genius because they layer it in a way
Right.
where
Multiple
it
generations. Yeah.
it
yeah.
appeals to different perspectives.
not shows now. Like I cannot watch more than 5 minutes. Not even of Dora the Explorer, the Teletubbies, all that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I cannot watch kids shows
It's
now.
just
They're so
formulaic.
idiotic.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're so stupid, and that's just where we
We
are
want,
right
we
now.
want to know what's
we
gonna
got.
happen. We want a formula for the show.
That's why Gen Z is so fucked. That's right. The two gangs, Millennial Hipsters versus Gen Z. Okay, no, it's just jokes. Gen Z is the generation below us. Like, actually, several generations below
I
us.
actually don't even like being called a millennial, but
I know.
that's what it
You
is.
know what?
They kind of just lumped us all together. So
But oh wait,
it is
wait.
what it is.
Technically, are we Generation Y?
We are millennials.
We're millennials.
We're millennials.
Like
Yes.
specifically.
Yes.
I think it's
People born from 1980, 86 or something, up until. Yeah,
until-
I think it's like
until 2000, I guess.
yeah, 86 until something, 1990 or
I
something.
just hate labels in general. So I hate the word millennial. I hate
Right.
the word hipster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I didn't even want to call this podcast millennial hipster. But
Your
it's
name
brought
is Steve Harvey official account on Instagram. What the fuck are you talking about?
follow him. That's God. That's God. Follow him.
I'm doing it right now.
It's grown on me.
All right.
I still hate those labels, but you know,
It's not a label. It's the actual generation that we're
Yeah,
part
it's
of.
just a
It's
way
like
to
gen-
define a
it's like
cohort.
It is, but I feel like I'm just
It's-
lumped with a lot of people I shouldn't be lumped
Yeah,
with.
because
You know,
we're not
It's
all
like
the same.
Generation
Like,
X.
I have a
generation-
brother he's 3 years younger than me, and he's a millennial as well. We're not the same people. You guys know we're
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
nowhere.
his brother like completely.
Yeah, I
We're
know your
not-
brother. I met
We're
him.
fucking night and day. Like it's, but we're millennials. You know.
It is.
Yeah, it's
We
true.
no,
That's
but
true.
no.
No, but
It's funny how he says that about his like brother. It's like you're supposed to be a little bit like your brother,
We
but
should,
like,
but no.
his
It's
example
it's
is
just
his
something happened that I don't know.
Something
Something in the air, something
the
in the water,
genes.
You know? You know, global warming. I don't know what it was, man, but fuck.
it's affecting us all.
Shit, E. What else is really good? Yo, some people popped. There was like a little news. There was a little news explosion
bubbling?
there. News bubbling about
little
the
trinklets.
about Trump starting his wall. It's like finally coming into conception now. It's
No
like
way.
finally a thing. You know what I mean? You heard?
wow, a political leader who comes through with his promises.
Okay. But there's like pictures of it being like the fences being laid down. You know, it's like yeah.
Where are they starting this wall, like geographically?
Americans are stupid.
Let's go where the fucking money's going, man.
Like,
Shit.
where is this?
We're
Like,
trying to build a wall.
Instead of
Mexican border.
like hospitals or
what's
anything
the
like that.
what are the southern states that border Mexico? Like Arizona,
Florida, I think,
Santa Teresa border.
or something. I'm not sure of the geography.
Yeah, it's.
Where the fuck does Breaking
You have
Bad?
to remember, yeah, exactly.
place?
The
Arizona.
Arizona,
border
right?
of
Arizona.
South America is not just one spot.
Yeah,
It's
It's
a
the whole
fucking
continent. It's
thing.
yo,
Mm-hmm.
a wall is not your answer, man.
El
I don't
Paso.
even want to talk about Trump and a wall. Like,
I
you
still
just-
don't know where
El
that
Paso, New Mexico.
I'll
Yeah.
pass
Yeah,
on
New
this
Mexico,
conversation.
New
That's just
Mexico.
one-
That's where Breaking
Yeah,
Bad
that's
is.
just one.
Right.
area, but,
Because right next to Mexico makes sense.
But you're right, Don. Like
Right.
Arizona is also dope. But a wall.
That's like
Yo, you guys want to throw your money away, man? Then do it. Honestly,
that is like
you guys think Mexicans are gonna pay for the wall? Whatever.
that is the
Like,
most like cartoonish like solution
Seriously.
I've ever fucking heard in my life.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you ever see like a Bugs Bunny cartoon where he builds a wall with the fucking with the cement and the brick, and like he builds like a 1,000-meter wall,
and then what happens?
like
the guy digs
a hole underneath.
right through.
which is what they're doing anyways.
That's a
They
meme
have
somewhere.
tunnels.
That has to be a meme. That has to be a meme.
Again, man, I just guys
Bugs
wanna waste
Bunny's
their
gonna
money,
just like fucking
throw it
just
on the
come
wall.
through,
Yeah.
Joke
start
thing.
eating fucking
It's a joke
carrots.
thing. It's like there's more serious issues in the world that you guys should be spending the money on. And
Oh
you
man,
guys want to build a
oh,
wall.
man.
Well, yo, I
A
mean,
wall.
will it be finished? Who knows? Will it be finished by the end of his term? How do we know he's not? Someone else is gonna be elected and tear that shit down. You know what I mean?
That's
So,
another thing too, yeah.
or they'll
Yeah.
leave it there as like an American monument. You know what I mean? And people will take pictures of it. They're
We'll
fucking-
leave like one
Graffiti it.
Even just like learn from history, man. I mean, like the Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
Came down.
That the
It came
fucking
like
down.
a wall is not gonna work.
But
man.
yo, shout out to the Chinese for knowing how to build a fucking wall.
Yeah,
That
right?
shit is
Yeah,
still
yeah,
up
yeah.
there.
The Great Wall.
And they're making profit off it, off all those tourists.
Yes,
Tourists.
yes.
I mean, you can see it from space. Like, come
I
on.
heard that's a
man.
myth still, but don't
Really?
quote me on that. Yeah.
Okay, can't see the
no.
wall from space. All right,
You
yeah.
can see anything from space. They can see us from space right
I
now.
mean, yeah, that's true.
Technically,
Word.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
feel you. Without visually.
But no, that's what they
Yeah,
say.
that's what
with,
they're saying.
with
That's
a
what
naked
they-
eye.
that's what they say with your
Oh,
naked
I think
eye.
that's what the
Naked
myth is.
eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
But okay, man. Like walls and all, man. Walls and all.
More tune for your head tops.
Did anyone keep up with like the UFC and shit? Anyone keep up with like Conor McGregor?
Conor
I know the
McGregor,
Conor
like,
McGregor
throwing
thing.
that
I
gr-
know he's getting fined in.
he threw a guardrail at a tour bus. Like,
All
full
right,
of,
yeah, I saw that over the weekend.
Yeah.
full of fighters.
A hand truck as well.
Yeah.
Like
Man.
a dolly.
I'm still not like I don't really understand what happened.
I don't
there,
understand
or
why either.
Or what
So he's
what
just a
provoked
crazy.
him? What happened?
Like he's just a crazy motherfucker, and he stormed like the area where the tour bus was
I
with
did
like
see
50
the short clip of it.
with
but,
like 30
what
of his
provoked him
goons.
to do that. Like,
You know what I heard? He was actually in
He was, like,
Ireland.
jealous
and
or something.
He flew from Ireland
Mhm.
just
with
to
30
go.
of his mans.
Yeah, just to go fucking do this.
Really?
Just to
Yeah.
do that, just because he was jealous because he lost his title or some shit.
I thought he lost his title because of this.
I still
Or
don't.
so,
So what happened was, so basically, he is the lightweight champion. He has the belt, the
Okay.
lightweight champion.
But
belt.
then he went and did the Floyd Mayweather fight.
So what happened was, well, that was like an exhibition more. He didn't really challenge his belt, but Connor's still the lightweight champion, so he has a belt. The problem is now Dana White, the like CEO of UFC, keeps saying, okay, well, you have to defend. Once you have the belt, you have to defend the belt now because there are tons of contenders that
That
want
wanna
to challenge.
Yeah,
it.
you can't just hold on the belt.
And
And
It's
what
there for
Conor
the taking.
exactly, and what
Gotcha.
Conor McGregor has been doing is saying no, he's making up excuses like
Right.
I can't, I'm injured or this or I have family or da da da, right? So Dana White's like no, and I'm
They
stripping you of
stripped
your
it.
title, and that's it. Give me the belt, and you're not defending it because listen, it's a money making business. The
Right,
the
right.
money comes from shows, dog. Like
You
yeah,
can't just sit
yeah,
on the
that's
belt.
like you said. You're king of the hill. You have to defend it.
absolutely
At the end of the day.
You don't
So-
own the belt.
You can't just be at.
Right.
Oh, I feel sick today. Oh my. It's St. Patrick's Day. I can't fight.
which might be a good excuse for
yeah.
Conor McGregor, but so essentially the tour bus, and I'm not sure the fighters because bro, like this is all superficial news to me, but
Right.
the tour bus had the person who was then fighting for the lightweight belt.
Oh,
Right, that Dana White, because he's going to organize another fighter then
Right.
to fight for the belt, and two fighters are going to go at it for the championship title, right?
Yeah.
And so Conor McGregor eventually, I think he targeted one of the better fighters on their tour bus, caused a scene. He's being detained. He's out on bail now.
Of course he is.
Crazy, man. It's just so
Showmanship,
fucked up.
man.
Like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean?
Yo,
Like,
and he did some like serious damage. Like he injured like one of the fighters. Like I think he cut his eye with glass and shit.
Right.
One
But-
other fighter like he has like glass in his face. He had to go to the hospital.
His-
so like
his
these charges are like really serious.
His intentions were not to hurt any of the fighters, though. He just wanted to make a point.
Bro,
I think so, yeah.
you throw a fucking
But
like,
these guys are MMA fighters, yo. They're like running with testosterone times a million through their blood.
yeah.
So this guy picks up a hand truck, throws it through the window of the bus. The glass shatters, and cuts all the people inside. He even said himself he didn't. He's sorry if he hurt anyone, but he still doesn't regret what he did because
he came there to do that.
he needed to make a point.
He didn't mean to hurt anyone. Look how fucking like excuses.
Are you
that,
gonna believe
like,
that from an MMA fighter?
Again,
Like,
yes, these guys are pumped full of
Don't
testosterone.
don't you
They're
guys
just-
ever feel like when you're pissed off you just want to break shit?
I know, but like for an
Yeah, but I
MMA
mean-
fighter to say I never meant to hurt anyone, that's his job. But I get it. Like, I mean,
As
listen,
like, and the thing is, this
That he
is
threw a fit and
This is treated as a professional sport.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If this was basketball, if this was hockey, if this was like golfing,
Dude,
you don't
yeah,
come up to a fucking tour bus and throw a handrail through a fucking truck
Yeah.
thing through a fucking window.
Fucking-
It doesn't matter like how big and strapped you are, or, like, you know, full of testosterone and strong you are.
Yeah.
You're still gonna feel like pain, like if something of that magnitude hits you. Like,
Yeah, I think it's about a professionalism. That's just what it is.
yeah,
right?
the professionalism
Yeah.
part is
And,
just.
I remember when the UFC used to be so hype. Like, you know, like regular average Joes like that didn't really invest in UFC were like there every weekend. It was like another thing to like go to the restaurants for, to watch the fight. And I'm saying, like, when the heavy hitters like GSP, Anderson Silva used to fight, and like just like the crazy like world renowned fighters. And now it's just like UFC is like a joke, man. It's like,
It's not a joke, man.
It's like it's like after Dana White, he just sold out. Like, they went bankrupt, and then he had to kind of build his brand back up. And like Conor McGregor, the thing is, it's like there are UFC heads that like pool the money into it, and viewers
Yeah.
that go.
Yeah.
But where the real money is for UFC is people that are not invested, and the people that aren't like MMA heads, like the women that watch, and like people like me that watch that aren't into
Yeah,
MMA.
you talk
You know what I'm
about the casual market,
Yeah,
not just the
absolutely.
niche market,
right?
Right,
And I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's
And
the
the
market.
the casual market.
That's where the money is. Still.
The casual market wants to see stand-up fights and people getting knocked out, which is not really MMA.
That's right.
MMA is on the ground, submissions. It's all technical.
For sure,
know
yeah.
what I mean?
But the average fighter, the average watcher is not being like so technical when they're watching. They just want to watch two people get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So
And they're in the bar drinking anyway, so
that's what it is. Yeah,
So
no,
I
I
wouldn't-
totally agree. Absolutely. So yeah, man. I mean, UFC is just crazy. I think Conor McGregor, like, he made it a little bit hype with that whole Mayweather fight. That's the only reason people are talking about him now. He got all the clout. So
That's
it's
true.
like,
That's the
you know what
clout.
I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Speaking of clout,
Yeah, clout, all the clout.
we had a little discussion about clout yesterday. Remember?
about clout. That's right. You know, like, what is clout? How is
Yes.
it being manipulated in 2018 when it comes to like celebrity and when it comes to like social media
Yeah.
and shit?
So let's, like, for the listeners, let's break down the definition of clout.
Let's break down the definition of clout. So clout, clout means that you have fame,
The new definition.
you've attained fame, and then you're using your fame for influence. Okay, so this is what clout is. You know what I'm saying? So you
But-
have enough clout or power to make things move.
Yeah.
essentially, the bare minimum.
And I think it's mainly used in like a negative connotation these days. Like whenever people, well, these are people like calling out people for chasing
No.
clout, right?
Yeah, so some people will do
I
anything for
disagree
clout.
with that. I feel like certain people admire people who have clout.
And that's why people are trying to get it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess clout chaser is a negative connotation. Yeah. Not just
But no,
not
see,
just clout. In
It's negative when
in
you don't have
itself.
the clout, but when you have the clout, then it's impossible.
But when you're chasing clout for anything,
That's true. That's interesting
Yeah,
that you
makes
say
sense.
that.
Just
So
like money, yeah. You know,
Yeah.
when you're chasing
Chasing-
the
Being
clout,
rich is fine. Being a gold digger, no. But
yeah.
you're trying to get right.
Yeah.
but when you're hustling for $1, there's more respect than clout chasing.
But clout-
like
yeah.
I feel like
When you like when you're like self-made, that's more
Yeah.
respectable than like you
No,
know
but-
trying to hop on everyone just to get respect.
getting clout is building your brand on your own.
Yeah,
Building
yeah.
clout for your brand, and then that brings you the dollars.
Yeah,
Clout
there's
brings
nothing
dollars.
wrong with getting clout, but
the
I'm just
thing
saying
is how people are
how you
are
go
getting
about
clout.
getting the
How-
clout.
That's what it is.
how-
And those are the people that are clout chasers because they'll do anything for it.
Anything
like,
for
they're
the
doing
clout.
the crazy shit. You know
Yo,
what I mean? They're
you know,
going to LA and not checking in with the blunts. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
like the people that want the clout. So
you know, yeah, exactly. Like I'll strip off my fucking pants right now for clout. Like and just
Yeah.
like film it on Instagram live right now.
right, and then
You know what I'm
the
saying?
process of that clout being attained by Jam would be other people watching him getting famous, and then bare people just stripping
Yeah.
off their pants.
Yeah.
the same way he did
And
it.
people like up my videos, like but I lowered myself
Right.
for
For the
for
clout.
the fame. You know?
It's crazy. It's a very double-edged sword,
But,
catch
like,
22 shit.
Is it is it a thing where it has any merit, like
Clout.
trying to gain?
Oh, I
clout?
feel you. So if you if you graduated from law school and shit, like, do you get clout that way? Not. I don't.
It's
See,
not
my
the
opinion
same.
is not
No,
really.
it's a
not
different
the-
way of chasing $1. That the person who graduated law school is chasing $1 as well. It is not going the clout route.
I feel you. Okay,
The
yeah,
clout
that I can
route.
agree with. Okay,
Clout
Rock with the
route.
clout route, right?
You
I
don't.
mean-
You don't got to be famous. you don't gotta be famous to make money, man. The guys with the biggest bank, you don't even know who they
They're
are.
quiet.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
think the fame is kind of a key element to clout in general.
Okay.
Fame.
Everybody can have the money. Like, fame is that it's a key element to that. Yeah.
And then setting a trend.
You
I
have to
think.
be known. Yeah.
Yeah, and then influencing people to do, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Influencing certain people to do things. I think that's
It's its own currency in a way.
absolutely.
It can be treated as currency, right?
It's a currency you can't really measure though.
Mental.
You can
currency.
you can't put metrics against it like views and followers and likes and that kind of thing.
I think some people
Clout?
do though. I think
you
some
can.
people do.
I think you can do that.
That's like
But I mean, they say,
But that's how you're putting-
now. They're they're lit, but
that's like digital respect. Like
that's what it is. The likes, the
fucking
views, the likes, the
digital
follows, the
like,
comments,
you know,
the
like-
subscribes. You know what I mean? Like that's all the clout.
What-
That's why all the rappers have the purple dreads now. Like that's the
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
influenced them. You know what I'm saying?
As
Like,
soon as somebody talks about somebody, they mention like, oh yeah, they have this many followers. You know what I mean? Whenever they like talk about a celebrity, oh yeah, they have like 10 million subscribers or followers or whatever, right? And
it's not new. No.
Yeah.
It's not new. It's just through different platforms.
you know, the new cool name that they threw on it. You know.
Clout.
Clout. Well, we were talking about the origins of clout, and in the Trini dialect, y'all were telling
Well,
me how,
we have I mean, like clout. It also means to hit.
you upside the head,
Yeah.
smack you upside
You
the head.
get clout. In the back of your
That's
head.
a clout.
Okay.
It's the exact same term or a term that sounds.
I think it's
similar?
the same.
no,
term,
it's
the same
clout.
term spelled.
It's
You
actually
can catch a
clout.
clout.
Yeah.
You gotta use it. The
Yeah.
terminology is different.
it's different.
Same
Yeah,
word.
it
Yeah.
means something different. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's our meaning for it.
at the same time, I would kind of extrapolate and say every clout chaser needs a little, you know what I mean? I don't know. It seems like those two
They're
things.
kind of parallel. to each
Yeah.
other.
And then they
right.
might end up doing something stupid like who could get the hardest clout for
Oh
clout.
shit! There it is. It's
Yeah,
clout for clout.
because they would do that.
Right?
They'd stoop that low to get the clout.
Pound for pound. Okay, we're losing John. Like,
Oh shit.
he's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
What do you fuck?
I just think this whole clout thing is just really important for people, especially young people.
Yeah.
Because
Like Generation Z.
Generation Z,
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure.
They
They love the
Anybody
clout.
in this time, yeah.
They want the clout. I don't know.
The thing again, this generation is like
I create.
you have to
Code
prove
creators.
it. You have to have video of it. It's all like
Yeah.
now and in your face.
Visual.
Visual.
Yeah, it's
Everything's
like-
just uploaded, right?
It's like, yo,
Right.
at my high school basketball game, I scored 50 points or whatever. But if
Right.
you don't have it on
If you don't
video,
got
It
pics,
doesn't mean
if you don't got the
exactly.
video,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
so
And that's,
true.
You ain't
and
shit.
that's the thing.
You ain't
know?
shit.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We got 3 minutes.
Yeah, man. In total?
Yeah.
Shit.
why?
God damn.
Just keep
You
going.
want to talk
I
about
know.
music?
I'll do another one.
Let's
So
talk
what
about some
do you
music.
guys think about this Drake Nice for What?
Oh yeah, fuck,
Yeah. Let's
Nice
talk
for
some
what?
music, man.
Yo, the video is popping. The song is sick. I mean, in my
Oh.
personal opinion, it's like when I don't know, like this, like I'm like
We'll go around the table.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pop my shit out first. So the thing is that like
Can you play?
it's like
Cool.
I'm not even Drake dick riding at this point, but like the song is sick. Like I can't say the song is shit. I didn't really like God's Plan. I'll tell you that much. Like when God's Plan first came out, I didn't really like it. This song is cool, and like I think Drake's definitely. The only thing is though, like Nice for What? Like this song is actually like it's kind of letting the females know to kind of like not respond to my DMs and shit. Fuck, like it's gonna be really harder now for.
Like as if it wasn't hard enough, right?
Right? Now he's like, you gotta be nice for what to these dudes? Like, just
Yeah.
straight punk them, bro. Like, you really piping up. Like, no, it's a sick song. Dropped on the weekend, lit the city on fire. It was sick. Like, but I think like he has. The thing is though, he's got so many hits now. It's just like, it's like
I feel-
oversaturated.
yeah,
like,
Drake can almost put out anything and people will like it.
yeah, honestly, man, just do what the fuck he wants.
And he might as well like ride that wave. I think as
Yeah.
long
No,
as
but-
Right, that
I mean,
yeah,
We're
but
not
he's
gonna
gonna-
got some bars.
You can't tell him not to ride a wave at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But he doesn't
Dude's gonna
have
ride
to
away.
drop
He doesn't,
bars
he doesn't.
because he's already proven himself.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
already proven
Yeah,
that he can
yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
So we know that he doesn't have to drop bars.
I mean, I tip my hat to him, man. You know?
I think this is a song more for the females out there. The video is like celebratory about strong women in the industry.
Yeah.
I think it's just he's just really like answering what's going on in the media and in
The
Hollywood
video
or
is
whatever
actually
they do.
directed by a 22-year-old woman
Yeah.
from. I'm not sure if she's from Toronto.
I'm not sure, but it's basically her video. Like
Yeah,
she
and
had
she-
the sole direction.
She
behind
also
it.
directed God's Plan.
Oh, nice.
Crazy.
Nice.
Okay.
Shouts to her.
So
man.
she's gaining clout for sure.
There it is. All the
In a
clout.
positive way.
All the- in a
Positive
positive
clout.
clout. Positive clout.
Positive. It's a
Positive
thing.
clout chaser.
That's what it is.
Shoutouts
dude.
to Karina Evans.
That's her name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Word. Okay. Yeah. Man,
All right,
'cause I saw
speaking of
that.
positivity, I want to bring some negativity to this topic.
Whoa.
Because, so, like 2 months ago, this track was teased, right? And,
Nice
you know,
for what?
Yeah.
Was it
And-
actually?
Yep, it was teased, and people were saying, "Oh yeah, it's Lauryn Hill on the track. Oh yeah, Lauryn Hill and Drake have a track. You know, oh Lauren's back.
I remember that. I
rejuvenated her
remember
career.
that.
Reinsurgence of Lauryn Hill. I fucking hear this track, and like I'm just like, yo,
They
what?
just took that sample and looped it.
Is that a Lauryn Hill sample?
Yeah.
From
So you know,
X Factor.
I mean, Lauryn Hill still got her bag.
Yeah,
for sure,
yeah,
right?
sample.
Or you know, Columbia Records probably got their back, but.
I hope Lauryn Hill got her bag. I really hope Lauryn Hill got her bag.
Oh, bad. But, I was kind of let down by that. But the track's, the track's okay. You know, I like God's Plan much better.
What is the subject matter of the original song that this was sampled from? Because I heard it was about like breaking up.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's about a hard.
The song was called X Factor.
X Factor.
Yeah, I guess it was like about a breakup and
Because I know Drake is all about, he has layers to his shit, right? So the subject matter of the original sample probably plays a role. In
Well,
the
X Factor is a
overall
super emotional
Yeah,
song,
yeah.
but it's about a woman who's experiencing turmoil in a
song.
relationship.
Right, so he's taking that song about a woman in heartbreak and turmoil and
And
turning
celebrating
it into a positive thing.
yeah, definitely, I would say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
That's
This is
cool.
cool. I mean, this is cool. But I think what Jam is saying is that
Oh,
like,
I'm not hitting on the actual
No,
track
no,
or,
no.
The or the fucking concept.
Right.
I'm just mad that Lauryn Hill's not actually on the fucking track.
yeah,
Which
what
I
you
was
say,
expecting.
yeah.
Right.
You know?
yeah.
Because the
But
way
maybe, yo, that's
Now that you
huge.
do mention that,
So
we
I
were gonna get
feel,
an hype
let
on
me
too.
just circle this back.
Yeah.
I feel that he did that for fun.
But how do you know they didn't
Wait,
reach? How do you know they didn't reach out to Lauryn Hill and they asked her, "Yo, do you want to be on this track?"
Just,
She's like,
yo,
"No."
I got Lauryn Hill on the track. This guy dropped it. Psych. Like,
No, because if Drake's not going to do it for the sake of the fact that, I got to pay respect to Lauryn Hill, he's going to make whatever's right for that song. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He's not going to work around the artist, he's going to work around the music.
yeah.
So if he didn't feel like it fit right to have her like do something brand new on the song or something. Also to say that whole bounce, that whole switch up at the end of the song
Speak on that.
is the New Orleans bounce. Started by drag queens in Louisiana.
Shout out that drag queen you showed us. What's her name?
Katie Red.
Katie Red. And
Yeah.
that song is sick. What's that song called? What is that song called?
I don't remember.
Check out Katie Red. If anyone's listening, check out Katie Red because she really pays homage to the
But
New Orleans bounce.
he does actually shout them out in the beginning. He's like he says something about Louisiana in the beginning of the song, right?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, in
And
the
you-
beginning of the song, it's back. It's juvenile. It's a juvenile sample, is it not?
No, but you hear there's little like voice clips in the song.
Oh, that's her. That's Katie Red, is it
No,
not?
it's not Katie Red, but it's the king or the queen, or I don't know if you call her king or queen. What do you call her?
Shit. Yo, we gotta be
Hey, you
gender.
gotta
Yo.
Drag
Let's
king,
be correct,
drag
gender
queen.
fluid, and yeah.
Which
It's
one?
the drag queen. It's the drag
Yeah.
queen, right?
Drag
She-
King.
I didn't know there was.
She's like a poppin'
Pause.
artist in New
I mean-
Orleans in this whole like bounce.
Are we still talking about Katie Red or?
No, it's not Katie Red.
The drag
Katie Red
queen
is just
sample.
another artist
Oh,
who's
yeah.
in that same genre. Yeah. I forgot her name. The one who's because it says featuring that person on the song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Doesn't it?
Shit.
Not on this not on the Spotify version.
Shit. She didn't get her bag.
Maybe on the YouTube video.
Well, yeah, man. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
well, we all know Drake has allegiance to Louisiana.
Yeah, so
because of his
you
father.
know it's like gotta
Yeah, gotta make that, gotta.
Oh right, yeah.
That's New Orleans bounce, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's I've heard that in tracks from a long time.
We've heard, yeah, like they're definitely from
Vulture, vulture.
All right, yo. Well, to wrap this up, yo. This is the Millennial Hipsters podcast. Thank you for tuning in.
Wait, Bill Cosby's getting retried. Does nobody give a fuck about this?
All right,
Okay.
peace, y'all.
Yeah.
Well,